All right, folks, so Google has just announced their highly anticipated next generation Pixel Watch 2, the update to the probably equally highly anticipated original Pixel Watch. So last year was a big year for Google with their first ever smartwatch all their own with a unique design that integrated Fitbit features straight out of the box, which does make a ton of sense since they acquired Fitbit a few years back. And it was a good option for a smartwatch if you used an Android phone with very decent activity tracking as well as quite good heart rate accuracy. And the original was definitely a first generation product where it came in just one size option, which was on the small side of things, plus it had some quirks like an interesting band attachment mechanism. And with the Pixel Watch 2, well, they're actually keeping with the same design, but they have made some upgrades both on the inside as well as the outside. Plus there's some new safety features which I thought were kind of interesting. So on the outside, it's actually kind of hard to tell the difference between the Pixel Watch 2 and the original Pixel Watch, where it shares basically the same design with that pebble-like look to it, but they did make the crown a little bit larger where it sits more flush with the display, which now also has a more durable glass cover. So it should be a little bit easier to use as well as a little bit more scratch resistant. Plus they're also now using a new housing that's made out of 100% recycled aluminum versus stainless steel on the original, so it's also going to be a little bit lighter at 31 grams versus 36 grams. And just like the original, it comes in just one size option at 41 millimeters. And honestly, this is probably one of the biggest surprises for me this year is that they didn't offer a larger size. So while that 41 millimeter size will work for a lot of folks out there, it's just kind of limiting for those of us who prefer a larger size watch. And they've also come out with some brand new bands this year, but they do share the same band mechanism as before. So that's going to be great news for those of you out there who are original Pixel Watch owners if you already purchased some of those bands, but maybe not so great news because that band mechanism is a little bit fiddly still. But they've also upgraded the heart rate sensor from a single path sensor on the original to a new multi-path sensor where it has 10 times the optical channels compared to the first generation, where it's supposed to be able to track in more locations on your wrist with 40% more accurate results. And you know me and all the things I like to cover on this channel where I love to see better heart rate accuracy. But what's interesting is that I already got pretty good heart rate accuracy out of the original Pixel Watch, even for harder to track activities like mountain biking as well as weight training. But I guess we get even more accurate results with the Pixel Watch 2. And the Pixel Watch 2 also has an SpO2 sensor for tracking blood oxygen saturation levels. It also has a skin temperature sensor for more sleep insights, and it also has an EDA sensor. So this is an electrodermal sensor that can measure changes in moisture on the skin, so like small amounts of sweat, and combined with heart rate variability, as well as skin temperature, can measure stress levels with their body response metric. And then on the inside, they've also upgraded the CPU with a new quad-core CPU, which is also supposed to be a bit more power efficient. And just like the heart rate sensor, I didn't really have any complaints with the original Pixel Watch, where I thought it was plenty fast already, but with the Pixel Watch 2, it's going to be a bit faster. And then on the battery life of things, they've also made some slight upgrades here as well, where you're now able to get up to 24 hours of use out of it while using the always-on display. And then they also have a fast charging feature where you'll be able to get up to 12 hours of battery life with just a 30-minute charge, and then a full charge in 75 minutes. So with this, you're basically going to have to worry less about having to recharge your watch before you go to bed so you can still track your sleep. And then on the operating side of things, it runs Wear OS 4 naturally, where it has tight integration with apps like Google Maps, Google Assistant, Gmail, as well as YouTube. But arguably what I think is probably one of the coolest new features this year surrounds their safety features. So in addition to their fall detection as well as their emergency SOS feature, there's also a new feature called Safety Check. So let's say you're going to go out for a run or something like that and you tell your loved one that you'll be back in about an hour or so. So what you can do here is set a timer for an hour, and after that hour has passed, the Pixel Watch will actually prompt you to confirm if you're okay. And if you don't respond, what it'll do at that point is actually share your real-time location to your emergency contacts. And one interesting thing I kind of noticed about this is that you actually don't need to have a cellular plan on your LTE-enabled Pixel Watch 2 for this to work, but you do need to have a Fitbit Premium membership. And then just like the original, it comes with Fitbit features straight out of the box with very tight integration. So it's not just something that's like taped over on top of the watch. It's very much a huge part of what this watch is all about. So you'll get all those features that you'd expect, like counting steps, heart rate, calories, active zone minutes, a daily readiness score, and Fitbit's legendary sleep tracking with a sleep score, as well as 40 different workout modes. The workout screen is getting a little bit of a makeover though, where it should be a little bit more readable and also displays more information than before. Plus, they're also providing personalized heart rate zones so you can do heart rate zone training. And for all us runners, they also have a new pace training mode where you can set different pace training goals during your run. But they also have upgraded the Fitbit app with a new user interface where things are just organized a bit better. But again, kind of another interesting thing where I already thought the Fitbit app was a very well-designed app to begin with, but they went ahead and upgraded that as well. And then just like before, it comes in both a Wi-Fi version for $349 and then an LTE version for $399, and both come with a 6-month subscription to Fitbit Premium. So overall, with the Pixel Watch 2, well, this year it's certainly more of an update than a brand new watch, and many of the things that did this year were upgrades as well as refinements. And with some of those upgrades this year, they're very welcome and all, but some of them do also seem like things that people didn't necessarily ask for, like a new heart rate sensor. That was already quite good on the original Pixel Watch, and then upgrades to the Fitbit app. That was already a very good app before. And I think arguably probably the number one thing that a lot of us wanted to see was a larger size option so it fit a wider variety of wrists, as well as even longer battery life, but I think it's going to be a little bit hard to expect out of a 41mm watch. So this year, again, I think this is more of an update than an upgrade. Now, to be perfectly fair, this is kind of the same thing that we saw out of Apple this year with their Apple Watch Ultra 2 as well as their Series 9, where those weren't completely brand new watches. Those were updates and refinements, but I just don't know if this Pixel Watch 2 is going to be enough for an original Pixel Watch owner to upgrade or to maybe move over from something like a Galaxy Watch or even a Fitbit Sense, let alone someone who's maybe considering switching from an iPhone to an Android phone where this could replace their Apple Watch. But those are just my thoughts on the new Pixel Watch 2, but I definitely want to hear about what you think as well. So definitely drop your comments down in the comment section down below. And if you found the information in this video useful, also do me a favor and hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel for plenty more sports tech videos just like this that are coming soon. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.